Scene 1, take 2.
So here is a picture of Anisa Mia Elder, who was born on Remembrance Day. So I have this cute little tiny baby with this red hair out of nowhere, who literally was the size of a phone book when she was born, and that just blows my mind. She was that tiny.
It's kind of cold.
Are you chilly? First symptoms that we noticed with Anisa from in the very beginning was she snored.
I don't get that.
Oh.
Action. We are playing hide and go seek. Oh, and this is my American girl.
Overlooked symptoms might have been Anisa had club feet. That's not necessarily something that you see regularly with MPS 1. Not being able to move her arms as well. They're not your typical markers like reduced mental capacity or missing milestones. She didn't miss milestones. We had taken Anisa to a doctor at around the 5 or 6 month mark just because her snoring was getting worse, as well as we had mentioned that her hip used to click. Little items that we kind of had a grocery list for, but they were all easily explainable at that time.
It's kind of weird. No, I gotta hide. They're gonna find me.
MPS was never presented as a possibility before diagnosis. There was a time when Anisa was about 9 months old where I think maternal intuition took over, and I had placed Anisa down for a nap, and I just kind of held onto the side of her crib and I sat there, and I knew at that point in time that there was something not right, and whatever it was, please give me an answer. And then shortly thereafter, we had a diagnosis.
What happened?
This is Anisa's first set of casts. They were just these straight-legged plaster casts that I actually still have the molds from in my closet somewhere. Do you remember this story, Anisa? Anisa's diagnosis came on in a very odd type of way. Anisa had been going up to Sick Kids for clubfoot treatment, and we were graduating from her clubfoot program, and we received a phone call the next day, and it had been a radiologist in their in the clubfoot clinic department that noticed that her hips weren't right, and immediately called us 2 days later to say we needed to come up to Sick Kids. Anisa was diagnosed positively with, do you know what the word is?
Mucopolysaccharidosis, Hurler-Shea.
Yes, mucopolysaccharidosis, MPS 1. MPS affects your life personally and professionally in many different ways. Professionally, attempting to find an employer who is open to the idea of their employee being off anywhere from 4 to 6 months a year. They're not necessarily for me, it's for making sure that we can attend to Anisa's appointments. Yeah, really, we have to go there a lot, right, to Sick Kids?
It's okay. Although it is a bit scary.
Is it scary?
It's scary going to the hospital. It's very scary.
My first reaction when the doctor advised that they were not able to rule out MPS 1, I was with my family. My husband at the time and my mother had come to join us. And I handed my daughter, my 1-year-old daughter, to my mother. And I left the room. I walked out. So that was tough. But they tracked me down and gave me an apple juice, and we were okay after that. It's all good. To receive a diagnosis like that is your world gets turned around very quickly. But today, it's okay. You were stuck with this image of what could be, and looking at your healthy child that was healthy 2 minutes ago, and then after diagnosis is somewhat different. Activity. She's a part of Cubs. She has 3 types of dance classes that she goes to, tutoring every week, and I think that she will just continue to be as active as she can, and for whatever I can afford. The future in MPS, specific to Anisa, that story has yet to be written. What do you think you would like to do in the future?
Find a cure.
Find a cure. Find a cure for what?
MPS.
MPS. International MPS Awareness Day. What I would like families to know, either newly diagnosed or families that have been on this journey for a while, is that it is not the end. It is manageable. You can put them in a bubble, or you can continue to live your life, just you have to view it a little bit differently. And your children are more than just the title of MPS. Yeah, her spine is healthy, her brain is healthy. And out of all of this, I think that is the most important and fortunate thing, is that I have a child whose brain is so smart.
You need to play
So I'm very lucky that way.
Oh, I know.